Okay, so I just wanted to make a video so that you guys understood a little bit more about how to really use Google Sheets for your How to Excel at Graphing assignment. Now, for everything else, you'll see that the data is already in there, okay? So all you have to do is insert chart. However, sometimes you're going to have to insert your own data. Okay, so we're going to do labs where you have to collect data and then graph it. So how would you do that? So I'm going to use the example of the seed germination lab that the biology class did. Anatomy, you guys can just kind of follow along and pretend you did a lab on seed germination because the process is still the same. So for this lab, you guys tested different seeds. You just did different amounts of water, different temperatures, or different amounts of light on the number of seeds that sprouted. Okay, so you should have average data. We are always going to graph the average. So I'm going to go ahead and write it in here, the average sprouts, okay? Because we should have done 3 trials, right? So we're going to graph the average sprouts. And then here, I'm going to list, this would be the amount, I'm going to do the different temperatures. I'm going to do temperatures, okay? Now, I'm going to list, well, let's do water. Okay. So we're going to say that we had our levels at the IVR were 0 drops, 25 drops, 50 drops, 75 drops, and 100 drops, okay? And I'm just going to literally make up numbers here. Oops. Okay, so we are now going to highlight this, okay? We're going to insert a chart, okay? Great. Now, because I have equal intervals down here, technically, we could do this. We could do a line graph. But I'm going to go ahead and say just do a bar graph, okay? Could go either way. Now, I like my graphs to have different color bars, okay? So to change the color of the bar, I need to turn that on, okay? All you have to do is select it and then choose your color. Make sure you are only choosing one of the bars, okay? If you choose all of them well, now it's not even letting me do that. But if they're all selected, so you can see the little box with only one, it would change the whole thing. So you want to make sure that it's just, we're just formatting the data point, okay? Now, I don't like this title, okay? Because it's not very descriptive, okay? So I'm going to change it to say the effect of the amount of water on the number of sprouts from seed A, okay? So we do that under the Customize tab of the chart editor. Now, you'll also see that one of the things that you have to do is you have to add a data trend. Okay, so we're always going to add a summary data trend. And to do that, I think the easiest way is to add a subtitle, okay? Because that will copy with the chart, okay? So my data trend would just simply be the highest, or so we could say 75 drops of water had the highest numbers of sprouts. Cool. Right? And you could, go crazy and make different colors and do whatever you want. Well, that's kind of cool. So that it really stands out. But you don't have to, okay? Now, because I titled my columns perfectly, my x-axis and my x-axis, y-axis formatted perfectly. If they didn't, you can always change that here, okay? All right, so I think that should really be all you need to know. And so then if I asked you to insert this into a lab data, all you do is Control C, or it's not letting me do it. Yeah, Control C and copy it. Or that, okay? And then paste it. And there you have your data trend, you have everything labeled, and this would be 100% perfect graph.